Hello subscriber. Our channel WWE Reviews back again by your request. With our new video that WWE wrestlers destroyed cars. The WWE has used demolition as a means of intensifying a feud. Whether with a bat, or a tire iron, or a bigger, scarier car, these spots were the highlights of any Raw, SmackDown, or PPV that they were a part of. It's a great way for a face or a heel to get a feud over. At their core, the network shows are extended promos for the PPVs. And to build suspense. Number 10. Austin crushes The Rock's ride. Once Austin got a taste of demolishing vehicles, there was no turning back. It became an annual event, where Austin would take out his aggressions on a corporation member's wheels. Here, Austin uses a 316 monster truck on The Rock's car. There's a little bit of suspense as the monster truck gets caught on the hood, but Austin guns the gas, and flattens out the car properly. Number 9. Shane McMahon takes a little off the top. This was either the greatest thing to happen to the character, or the worst. But everyone can agree on one thing, it led to one of the greatest car wreck sequences in WWE history, during one of Unmasked Kane's first feuds with Shane McMahon. Number 8. Austin fills Vince's Corvette with cement. The widespread vehicular destruction really started during the Attitude Era. This image, of Austin filling McMahon's Corvette with cement, is a classic spot that's still replayed today. The best part is when the windows busted, and all of the gray, liquid concrete just came pouring out over the sides. Number 7. Austin blows up the DX Express. It makes very little sense in retrospect think about, but DX, which started its life by flipping off authority, later became stooges for the corporation. Austin was having none of it, and dropped a massive steel beam onto the DX Express. Was that steel beam loaded with dynamite? Number 6. Austin drops Triple H from up high. This is the only entry on this list that played on a PPV, instead of on network TV. Usually, these types of spots work better on Raw or SmackDown, because they build interest in seeing the PPV fight the vehicle as a stand-in for the opponent, and it allows the two wrestlers to fight without having them actually brawl face to face. Number 5. Triple H totals Taker's bike. The best part about this image is that The Undertaker is nowhere to be seen. The Undertaker is one of those guys on the roster who is legitimately feared in real life, and by not showing him, it lets the imagination run wild. Number 4. Vince dies in a car fire. There are clearly some shenanigans when Vince put his foot down on the ground for the second time. It was a convincing enough angle that same news outlets reported that Vince was dead, and WWE was getting some positive, mainstream press for the first time in a long time. But then, this Canadian fellow did something very, very bad, and Vince had to admit that the angle was a work. Number 3. Cena and Creme Time bash in JBL's windows. There's not really much to say about this one. It's Creme Time and Cena, beating JBL's limo down with baseball bats. There wasn't a cabinet member in sight, and the wrestling god was forced to watch, helplessly, as his ride gets demolished. Number 2. Kofi gives Orton's car a new paint job. There was a time when Kofi had a ton of support, and he was feuding with the likes of Randy Orton rather than clapping it up with the New Day. Those days have long since passed. He's definitely a mid-carder for life, but we'll always have this to look back on. Better get that bug, Kofi. Who knows what sort of damage an insect could do to Orton's custom paint job. Number 1. Brock Lesnar destroys J&J Security's new caddy. For a few years, the car destruction wound down. Maybe it was a casualty of the PG era, but suddenly, WWE fans didn't get their annual Destruction Derby. Cars were still vandalized and dented with spray paint and garbage, for example, but it had been a while since the fans were treated to an old-school smash-up job. That's why it was so thrilling to watch Brock Lesnar destroy a caddy with an axe last week, and then chuck the car door like an Olympic hammer, nearly injuring a fan in the process. Every time Brock steps out from behind the curtain feels like an event. The WWE has done an amazing job of making the beast seem like. What's your favorite incident? Let us know in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. You can also tell us your requests to our channel WWE Reviews.